Kia ora and welcome along to the national forecast from Met Service for Monday, the 29th of May. Well, let's start things off by taking a look at their satellite picture. It tells a nice story about what's been happening across those northern parts of the country this morning. You can see this band of cloud, that's the back edge of the rain that's cleared away from Auckland and Northland. On it though, still one or two rumbles of thunder, and we have got more of that wet weather still to move across towards places like the Coromandel and the Bay of Plenty on the north side, also Mount Taranaki, Monga, and then down towards parts of, say, those northern and western parts of the south side and down that western coast, looking pretty wet with that low pressure just sitting off of the coast there as we go through the rest of the day. You can see though some heavy rainfall on that western side of the south and also on this feature running towards the Bay of Plenty, especially those eastern parts of the Bay of Plenty and those northern parts of the Gisborne, Tairafti area as we go through in towards the end of the day and overnight in towards the early hours of Tuesday. As we head through the next couple of days, well, today and in towards Tuesday, we have got some severe weather warnings and watches in place. Watches for, like I say, the Coromandel and Taranaki Monga, but also warnings in towards the Bay of Plenty in those northern parts of Gisborne. We've also got warnings too for those northwestern parts of the Nelson Tasman area, and a warning too for heavy rainfall down through parts of western south of Otira, and a watches for, like I say, Fiordland and up to Bulla. So some heavy rainfall to watch out for as we go through the rest of Monday and even through towards Tuesday, and even some stronger winds as well, but that's really a Tuesday story. As we head through the night time tonight, you can see this rain slowly starts to pull away. We have still got a fair number of showers coming across us from the west, and we are going to keep hold of more wet weather on towards that western coast of the South Island. The warning there runs out for the likes of, say, Western anyway, runs out about 6 p.m. on Tuesday, so still a fairly wet looking at Tuesday for you. And ahead of this feature, we are going to find some stronger winds in through parts of Canterbury, so that's something to watch out for, even on that eastern side. But you can see a lot of the wet weather stays on the western coast and some more showers feeding back in towards that western side of the North Island as we head towards the end of the day. But head towards the eastern coast, generally things are drier and brighter, some nice spells of sunshine. Just watching out for those stronger winds through the Canterbury High Country ahead of that front. Let's start off in the northern parts of the country. We are going to find some showers in towards the eastern Bay of Plenty and across most of that western side to start the day. As we head through towards the afternoon, you can see we get some clearer skies back towards the Northland and then towards Auckland and even in towards the Bay of Plenty. And then we are going to find more showers pushing back in from the far south and west with this next feature. So for the likes of, say, Wellington, should find a bit of brightness for a time, but then more showers arriving later on. Like I say, it's this eastern side that will bear well. I think we should find some pleasant spells of sunshine for the likes of Hawke's Bay and Gisborne, Tairafti as we head through the daytime. Not too bad at all. In terms of our temperatures, it's still a very mild story pretty much across the country. Daytime highs back into the high teens, even the 20 for the likes of, say, Northland there, Whangarei, 20 degrees Celsius even. But that's our nighttime temperatures, which are also very mild for the time of year. 9s and 10s, perhaps the coolest we'll see for many parts on the North Island. Heading down towards the south, we have got that heavy rainfall pushing on towards the western side of the country. As we head through the daytime, we'll find some of that wet weather makes its way across in towards the likes of, say, Southland and Otago. You can see it pushes through there, brings with it some wet weather as we go through in towards the afternoon. In towards the Canterbury High Country, those stronger winds to watch out for and some patchy rain, but down towards the likes of the plains, just a touch more high cloud feeding through for a time. But you can see by the end of the day, it's nice and clear, good clear skies as we go back towards the end of the day. Still some showers though down that western coast and still keeping hold of a fair covering of cloud. Even down the south I know it is still a fairly mild story, nothing too cold for this time of year. 13s and 14s are top temperatures there down towards the south, but look at those temperatures on that eastern side. Back up to around about 17 or 18 degrees Celsius there for Christchurch and Ashburton. Not a bad story at all, and we're going to find it's still a fairly mild end to the end of May. As we head through towards that Wednesday, we find one front clears away. We are going to still keep hold of some showers on that western side, but generally things are much more settled as we head in towards Wednesday. Still a bit more of a westerly feed of air, so perhaps a touch more cloud on those western facing sides of both islands, but head towards the east, some nice clear, dry and fairly settled weather. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.